Today's word is conformed, meaning comply with rules, standards, or laws, to be similar in form or type, agree. Similar words: obey, observe, follow, match, fit. Romans chapter 12, verse 2. And do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, so that you may prove what the will of God is, that which is good and acceptable and perfect. All right, 3 points out of that scripture I want to bring out. It says, be not conformed. Conformed, don't obey, watch, or follow the ways of this world. Then it tells you to be transformed by the renewing of your mind. What's interesting about that word renew, it means to resume after interruption, or as I would like to say, corruption. So to renew your mind after corruption, corrupted way of thinking. And then it says, by doing so, you will learn the will of God, which is perfect, and find out what is acceptable unto God. Colossians chapter 3, verse 7 through 8, and in them you also once walked when you were living in them. But now you also put them all aside: anger, wrath, malice, slander, abusive speech from your mouth. So this is the old you that the scripture is talking about. The anger, the wrath, the malice, the slander, the abusive talk. Words are so essential to changing your life. And I got a saying I like to say: the mouth don't say what the mind don't think. You know how you're around somebody and they joking and they say something kind of slick and you like, what you say? They're like, no, I'm just playing. But you got to really take that in consideration, because they wouldn't have said that if they weren't thinking it. So if you want to check the renewal of your mind, check your mouth. And it tell you a lot about your mind. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 6, it says, so then let us not sleep as others do, but let us be alert and sober. We got a saying we like to post a lot: stay woke. That is exactly what this scripture means. To those who have ears, let them hear, as the scripture says. Be alert and sober. Most of the world is asleep, and they can't hear what I'm saying. But to the ones that can hear, this is a message for you. 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 14. As obedient children, do not be conformed to your former lusts, which were yours in your ignorance. So it's telling us to be obedient as children, and do not conform to our former lusts with the S. Lust is a very strong sexual desire. It can also mean lusting after money, lusting after material things, lusting after things of this earth, man-made. And it also says at the end, which were yours in your ignorance. Ignorance means lacking of knowledge or awareness. So this before you were aware. And the scripture says, to them who know better, it is a sin. We got a saying that says, you know better, you do better. This is what this is. So in closing, don't conform to this world. Don't watch or follow the ways of this world. But govern your tongue. Watch the way you talk. And if you want to change your life, change your mind. And like always, that's a word picture.